Fraction to a layman is just some part or a piece of something. The numbers of the form a by b are called fractions. Let's learn something more about fractions. As we can see, a fraction has two parts, one top part and one bottom part. The top part is known as numerator and the bottom part is called as denominator. Denominator is the total number of equal parts in which the whole is divided into. And numerator is the number of equal parts which have been taken out or which have been left out. Like as I said before, the numbers of the form a by b are called fractions, where b cannot be 0. But why will it not be 0? Because if it is 0, then the fraction will not be defined, as we cannot divide anything by 0. Confused? But why denominator cannot be 0? Basically, what is denominator? Denominator is the total number of equal parts in which the whole is divided, right? But if we cannot divide anything into 0 parts, we cannot give any part to anyone, and hence denominator of a fraction can never be 0. This is one of the golden rules of mathematics. Now, suppose your uncle asks you how much chocolate you had. You will not say you had one big chocolate, you divided it into 4 equal parts and ate one part of it. But now, as you know what fractions are, you will proudly say you ate 1/4 part of the chocolate. Now, can you tell me how much part of the chocolate did all your remaining friends have? 3 parts of the chocolate were remaining out of 4. So, they all had 3/4 part of the chocolate. Let's take a small quiz before we move ahead. Can you tell me that do the shaded region correspond the fractions displayed? In question 2, the shaded region represents the fraction but not in the other two. Can you tell why? In figure 1, it is not divided into 2 equal parts, and in figure 3, it is not divided into 4 equal parts, and hence the fraction are not corresponding the shaded regions. Did you get all the 3 correct? Let's take a step further, learning the various types of fractions. As you guys were late, Ben ate 9 out of the 10 chocolates. Imagine if Ben had 100 or 1000 or 10,000 chocolates. So here, the fractions which have their denominator as 10 or higher powers of 10 are known as decimal fractions. Till now, whichever examples we saw, all these are proper fractions. Proper fractions are the fractions where the numerator is smaller than the denominator. Taking out 9 chocolates from a pack of 10 chocolates, or taking one piece from a chocolate which is divided into 4 equal pieces. These examples will make only proper fractions because their numerator is always smaller than the denominator. If all the fractions that we have studied till now are proper fractions, then what are improper fractions? Nothing is basically improper with these fractions. These are just called as improper fractions. If you guys had 5 chocolates instead of 1, then what will be the fraction formed? The fraction formed is 5 divided by 4. And this is an improper fraction. Improper fractions are the fractions where the numerator is bigger than the denominator. Like 10 by 9 or 6 by 5. Do not confuse yourself between proper and improper fractions. Whenever we perform a normal division on a proper fraction, the answer will always be less than 1. And with improper fractions, it will always be more than 1. Less than 1 is proper and more than 1 is improper. Are we good till here? Let's move on. Improper fractions can be further written in a different manner. We just saw an example of improper fractions. 5 divided by 4. You guys had 5 chocolates and only 4 friends. Now, how will you guys divide this among yourselves? You guys can take 1 chocolate each at first. Now, you are left with 1 chocolate and 4 people. Same problem with which we started this session, right? So we know each one of you will get 1/4 part of the chocolate. So now each one of you guys have 1 chocolate and 1/4 part of the other chocolate. In total, you have 1/4 chocolate. Right? All these fractions are known as mixed fractions. You can also obtain mixed fraction by performing a normal division. Let's see how we can do that. A mixed fraction is written as quotient remainder divided by divisor. So here it will be 1 by 4, right? Because 1 is the quotient, 1 is also a remainder, and 4 is the divisor. Mixed fractions are nothing but another way of writing improper fractions. In this process, we have also learned how to convert an improper fraction into a mixed fraction. Isn't this amazing when you understand one thing and you can apply them at many places? This is just another beauty of understanding things rather than mugging them up. So, let's have a recap before we finish this session. What are fractions and 4 types of them? Before I leave,